My name is Jasson Price from the Nocturnal, and I'm so excited to speak with you guys.
Hi, how are
Likewise.
you?
Hi.
Hi. First off, I want to say congratulations on the film. I really enjoyed it, and I just can't wait for the world to experience it because it's a really, compelling story.
Thank you
Oh,
so
thank you
much.
so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Yes,
It's
of course. So I just want to start off by asking you guys, what was it like bringing your roles to life?
For me, it was, a complete joy, and, it felt like a bit of a responsibility, like, this story is based on the real life story of Jamie Campbell, and I
Right.
wanted to bring so much real to it. So I got to spend a lot of time with Jamie Campbell,
Mm.
talking to him about his life, beyond the documentary that he made. Um, so that was really nice for me, and it felt like I related to the character so much, and I know loads of people that relate to the character, so I was just so
Yeah.
excited to get the opportunity to step into this role. To be honest, it was a gift.
Yeah,
Yes.
uh, I think I kind of feel the same way. Obviously, Pretty was kind of a figment of Jonathan and Tom and Dan's imagination, but being able to play her and seeing the wonderful girls who played her in the show and being able to talk with them and feel supported by them was just so fun.
And for you, Jonathan, what was it like bringing this film, to life? Were you able to capture your vision?
I loved every second of it. I mean, what cinema can give you is such scope, such scale. You can give you that wide. It can give you that sense of expansion, that precision of place. We were on those streets in that community, which is a
Mhm.
blue collar project. Council House Estate, as I would call it, in Sheffield. It could take us there. It could take us into the soul of a character because you can get up so close and you can see everything that's just going on inside a character. But then it allowed my imagination to fly and to get into Jamie's head
Yeah.
and be fabulous, in his
Yes.
pop video world.
What I love is just that Jamie really owns it. And, you know, he just has this confidence that's just, so remarkable, especially at a young age. And he was able to grow in into himself and things like that. My question is for you, Lauren. I want to know, despite religion and sexual orientation, we see that Pretty and Jamie have a beautiful, strong, bond. Why do you think that is?
I think that I think that Pretty loves Jamie, and she's, the whole reason why she was created was because they sat down and thought, what is the polar opposite to this boy, and they came up with Pretty. But yeah, I think that it's not even a question to her. She loves her friend, and she everything that he does and how he lives his life makes him happy, so it makes her happy.
There's so much music, and I love a lot of the songs. They're really good. Do you guys have a favorite song?
Yeah, my favourite is when all the year 11s are dancing on the AstroTurf and everybody's talking about
Like,
Jamie. It's like full of so much joy. So I love
yes.
watching that because I wasn't there on set when they filmed it. So when I watched it in the film, it was just really fun to watch.
Yeah, my favourite's work of art. I've literally got it stuck in my head right now. But I watched you guys all film it and saw how hard you worked on it, and it's my favourite number in the whole film.
Yeah, that dancing on the AstroTurf kind of was a good day, but and it's hard to have favorites as a director.
Right.
It's like having a favorite child. I
Yeah.
mean, the This Was Me is very important to me because it's a new song, it's a dominant new song that's new to the movie, and tells a story of passing on stories from generation to generation, and that felt fundamentally important for a story to tell, and that particular song, written by Dan Gillespie Sells and Tom McRae and performed by Richard E. Grant and Holly Johnson, really felt like taking me back to a particular memory and a particular time, and both in sound of the music and in actuality of the story. So
Yeah.
that feels very personal to me.
Yes, that song is very emotional, and the story behind it too. Jonathan, did you have a create? What was your creative process like behind the film?
It was well, behind the film was really to let my imagination go into Jamie's imagination fully,
Mm.
really. I worked with the most amazing head of departments. I had Chris Ross as our DOP, and this was my first film,
Oh,
so
wow.
I felt like I'd never directed a film before. So I had so much to learn and so much, but I had so many amazing people that I felt like I had 1,000 hands on my back going, "We've got you. We're going to hold you." I had Chris, DOP, I had Janie Levick, who was our production designer. I had Guy Speranza, who was our costume designer. I had Nadia Stacey, who did makeup, all of which brought such fierceness, And then I spent 9 months with Mark Everson, our editor, just putting the whole thing together. So it was an extraordinary experience for me, and I learned so much, but actually I just, as I said, I felt the support going, if you have a vision, we're going to support you and hold you through that. And I did, from everybody, and these guys as well, supporting me.
Yeah. You did a fantastic job. And my last question to you is, what advice would you give to someone who is, passionate about, what they want to do, or just, have a passion for something, but, are just maybe discouraged by other people? What advice would you give to them?
For me, I'd say we all have a passion to tell some version of our story, but that can be frightening as well. To step forward, to step into that and step out into that can be frightening. And hopefully, one, to try to find a community which might be safe to do that. And that's not always possible as well.
Right?
But if you can, find the courage to step through the fear, because that's what I watched these two amazing young people do as they played their roles, as well.
Yes, yes.
I would say a very wise and talented actor once said, "Stop waiting for permission to be you." No, but I feel like you guys wrote that better than I could ever say anything. So there. Do what makes you happy.
There could be 100 people in a room and you just need one person to believe in you. And for me, that person is
Yes.
Jonathan Butterell. So there we go.
Thank you guys so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait for everyone to see it.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Of
Thank
course.
Pleasure to
you.
Take
talk.
care.
Thank you.
Bye
Yes.
bye.